Greetings, the Astro 30 here yet again, and welcome back to AEL. Now if you're new to this channel, please consider going down below and subscribing if you haven't done so already. Today I just had delivered this Wanptek, I think that's how you pronounce it, DC power supply. It can go from 0 volts to 30 volts with two modes of supply, either constant voltage or constant current. And this is capable of up to 5 amps of current right out of the gate. There is another version of this which can go up to 10 amp. They're showing on here the constant current output of 10 amps here at 30 volts, but this one only does 5. Now, it's reasonably light, which is the first thing I found kind of surprising. It also features two USB outputs for charging devices like phones and stuff, USB-C and normal USB-A. So let's open the box and see what we've got. We've got an operational manual which I have actually looked at online already. A smiley face. The set of test leads here, which just have spade terminal connectors on one end which go to the sockets, and the test leads go to your load. So there's that. Pull the supply out of the box. Nothing else in the box. Got a power cord here, but it's not really what I would call a power cord that's safe. Yes, it has the earth pin longer than the active and neutral pins, but both the active and neutral pins are not insulated up to about like the last 5mm, which normal plugs, IEC plugs especially these days, are. So you can't accidentally come into contact with the prongs when you're plugging it in or unplugging it. So this is not exactly a safe cord, and I knew that already from the picture on eBay. I mean, you would probably just put another cord on it, but it also is upside down, so it would plug into the power point that way, so the outlet part of the lead is facing upwards. Anyway, so I take out the foam, careful not to drop it. Construction wise, it doesn't really look built that great, but product certification. This product has been tested and meets technical standards, DC power supply. What technical standards you're talking about, I'm not sure. Judging by this plug, that is kind of a lie. So that's just a warranty card apparently. Shenzhen Wanptek Electronic Technology Co. Limited is committed to providing users with high quality products and services. The warranty period of this product is valid for 1 year from the date of purchase. For product quality problems, our company will be responsible for free warranty with this card or invoice. Righto. So that's the supply. We've got positive, negative, OCP, that is output current protection, so that means if you short the output together, it'll put it into a mode of alarm, which will shut the supply down and probably beep at you. Got the out switch and the V/A switch, which is for setting the voltage and the current. So I guess I can plug it in and turn it on. I'm going to use the piss poor cable that came with it, and we'll just have a look at how it functions. So first thing they tell you to do is make sure it's set to the 240 volt position, which it is. It's saying 230 volt on the thing there. Put it on 110 and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to plug it into my power board. Nothing much happened. So I'm not really sure how you turn this on. Maybe it's that switch there. The power switch might help. Ooh, that was a loud beep. Okay. Well, actually it can go up to more like 31, which is okay. Oh, that beeping is annoying. So I'm going to set that down to 12 volts. And if I press the VA button, yep, that allows me to adjust the current. So, yeah, 5.2 amps is the max. Oh, that beeping is annoying. Oh, Jesus. Can you imagine using this to try and, you know, work on something and all you're hearing is this beep? What I want to do is get this down to about 500 mA. There we go. And if I push the out switch, which is this top one, we're now supplying 12 volts with no current, so we should have voltage here at the terminals. If I grab a multimeter, excuse me, and I'll put this next to the power supply and go across the output point. Well, we have 12.3 volt. It's a little bit out, not too much. So if I then turn it off, we have nothing and it's slowly discharging. There must be a capacitor on the output there. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to hook up a load. So I'm going to hook up this light bulb and see if the light lights up and how much current it's actually drawing. These terminals are very stiff. So that and negative. The earth is connected, should be connected to the chassis, so you can actually earth whatever it is you're connecting the power supply to. But I'm probably never going to use that feature. And the light lights up, and we're drawing about 400 mA. Alright, so we're currently in constant voltage. And you can actually, whilst it's turned on, adjust the current if you want to. And as we see, the bulb dimmed and the voltage dropped. Now we're actually in constant current. Now we're back in constant voltage. And pushing the little rotor encoder here just moves the cursor along the row there. Assume if I can change the voltage too. Yes. Excellent. Right. There was no way of getting it to stop flashing, but anyway. So, yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So, if I hit OCP, I'm not sure really what that is supposed to light up or what. That was the wrong switch anyway, that's the OCP. Right, so if I hit OCP, which is output current protection, the OCP lights up. What I might do is, to do this test, is I'll set this to like 2 volts. And I'm going to do something which you probably should not do, and that is short the output. So I'll take one lead there. Nice. So if the output was ever shorted, it will do that and just sit there beeping at you. So again, it's not recommended to short the output for no reason. But if we're in constant voltage, it drops back down to its constant current where it was set to, which is 440 mA. So all well and good. The power supply is functioning. What do I think so far? Well, I think it's reasonably nice. I can probably pull this protective film off of the display. Oh, there's something satisfying about removing those. I'm planning on getting another one of these. So I've got two of them. So I've got plus minus 30 volts basically. But I'm really amazed at how light this thing is. So I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to totally void the warranty on this and open it up. It wouldn't be an interesting video here if I didn't take it apart, because everyone would be expecting me to take it apart. There are pictures of this on the listing already open. There's two versions of this. There's this low form factor one and there's a tall factor one. Oh, I just got the low factor one. I paid about 80 bucks for it. It was on sale for $10 off, something like that. So originally it was around about the $90 mark. And it came from New South Wales. But you can put this in, there's actually, alright, gotta be careful, there's two types of screws. There's a self-tapper here, these go into what looks like the plastic at the top here. There's only two of them, three of them. There's three of them. Well, that's interesting. Hang on. Oh, it probably goes in the top here. Right, that's the lid removed. So it's a very clean circuit board design. There's a lot of surface mounted chips here. There's the current shunt, which senses the current. And, oh, that's good. They've got a wire here that's been cut there at that connector and cut there at the other end. Not sure what that purpose is, what it's for, but yeah. But electrical standards wise, it is insulated properly, so that's good. It's a very basic switch mode power supply. What I might do is I might take the front off, I suppose. I don't know if I want to, because I'd have to mess with these output connection sockets. And yes, that ground connection on the front does actually connect to the chassis ground because it goes over to this screw here. Right, so I don't think I'm going to mess with that too much. I would have loved to have taken the front panel off just so I could get to the source of that beeper and see if I could put a bit of tape over it, but yeah, I don't really want to mess with this too much in case I end up damaging something, because I can't get those connectors unplugged, which is the biggest problem. And I don't want to stress the wires or the circuit board or crack something, so I'm going to leave well enough alone and just go with how it is. Because the thing is, to take the panel off, I'd have to mess with the nuts back here that go to the sockets at the front, and I don't really want to start messing around with stuff like that. Okay, so we'll just verify that it still works. Yes, it does. Still set to 2 volts and 440 mA. Everything looks like it still is functioning. Excellent. Alright. So I'll put the lid back on and put the screws back in. And that was semi-satisfying. I'll put the 3 PK screws, I'm going to call them plastic screws, in first. There. like I bought one. Nice. I'm liking how light this is though. This is excellent, but that beep is frickin' annoying. By the way, that's its model number. It's the TPS305, made in China, of course. So the model I've got is TPS305. Its output voltage is 0 to 30 volt. Output current is 0 to 5 amps. Output power 150 watt max. The 10 amp version is the TSP310. That can do 0 to 30 volts. They also have a 60 volt version at 5 amps, 300 watt, so 0 to 60 volts, TPS305. They have a whopping 120 volt, 3 amp max, 360 watt, TPS1203. And finally, a 160 volt DC, 2 amp max, 320 watt, TPS1602. But anyway, that's the very useful user manual, which is about as useful as tits on a ball. But yeah, I'm actually happy with this power supply. I would like to see a blue display, but yeah, I'm quite happy with how this looks, and it will fit on my bench rack at the back here just perfectly. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm pretty much going to end it here. Let's say you can type this into Google and you'll find various different websites selling it. So the Wanptek TPS305, what do I think of it? Well, so far it seems good. I haven't actually put it under real load tests or anything, but for what I paid for it, I think it'll do just fine for my purposes. I'm going to get another one next week, so there's 2 of them, and yeah, nice. Anyway, I'm the Astro30. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to go down below, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, this is the Astro30 saying see ya, have a great day.